Hi there, I hope this finds you with love and kindness. After being on a plateau for months, years, I've finally been able to get out of a plateau, and it's due to ADF. What is ADF? Is alternative day fasting. I have been a size medium for about 2 years now, 2, 3 years. And I just got tired of seeing a size medium because I am shorter. A lot of that weight, my fat was mainly around my abdominal, in my lower abdominal. So it just wasn't flattering for me to be a size medium because I can't wear tight clothes. If I'm bloated, I might look pregnant. So for me, it became something of like, forget the scale, forget how much I am in pounds. It's the size of my stomach that's really affecting me. And this year, I took some photos. I'm gonna drop it right here. This is what I was looking like around June 20th is when I decided to do ADF. So around this time, around July, I took this photo here, and I realized like, oh my God, like I have so much bloating, I have so much inflammation. I eat pretty clean, I take supplements, I do what I have to do. And I just had a moment with myself where I was just like, okay, what is it that I'm not doing right? Like, what is wrong? I take my probiotics, my enzymes. So I had a moment, and I eventually came across alternative day fasting. Now, my background with fasting is that I have fasted in the past. I had done fasting for days. I have fasted before for longer than 24 hours. I am familiar with fasting. I have told doctors that I was fasting and that I have fasted, and I have never been advised not to. So I felt familiar with what fasting is. However, in the past, when I have fasted for like 3-5 days at a time, it was always more to get mental clarity. It was always more for spiritual reasoning, for my mental health. It was never really for weight loss. It was never that. I would sometimes say like, oh, I think I need a little bit of a detox. I'm going to fast and maybe just drink some celery juice. But I never looked at it as like, okay, this is going to be the thing for weight loss for me. But I do have some experience with fasting. So for me, alternative day fasting, which looked like a day and a half of not eating and then going back to eating, wasn't really something that really made me feel like, okay, I don't think I could do it. I knew that I could do it for at least a week for sure because I have fasted before. So if you're not familiar with fasting, that might seem intimidating. So I always say build up to it. Maybe you want to, of course, consult a doctor or a health professional, and then maybe start with 16 hours, then maybe 18, and then build up to 24 hours or 36, because 24 hours is also alternative day fasting. I just did it for a day and a half because I like a day and a half a little bit better. So that's the definition of what alternative day fasting is that it's when you alternate between fasting days and eating days. It could be for 24 hours, it could be for 36 hours. There are people that even go longer than that. I am fine with just 36 hours. What was appealing to me about alternative day fasting is that I found out that you could actually have up to 500 calories on the days that you are fasting. Of course, you don't want to have a burger or fries or just things that are not nutrient dense, but you could have up to 500 calories. To me, that made me feel like, okay, this is something that I could do. That means that I could go to work and bring like some things with me to not get a headache, to not get like low energy. And it made me feel like it was doable. So that was the good thing about it, that was the thing that inspired me in looking more into it, because that naturally puts you into a calorie deficit. So even if you have 500 calories a day, when you're when you're alternative day fasting for your fasting days, you're still going to be on a calorie deficit, because then the next time you eat, you're eating your regular amount of calories. So you're going to lose weight. So to me, it was a win-win. It's like, to me, it sounded easy to me. Now, what I ended up doing is that I would try to fast as clean as possible. So I would not really eat 500 calories when I was fasting. I would maybe stay under 100 calories on the days that I was a little bit hungry. But if for the most part, I would try to have 0 calories. So that what that would look like is, if I really, really needed something to drink besides water, I just wanted something that had a little bit of flavor, I would have a Diet Coke. I would still have my vitamins, and I would have about 2 liters of water. I will also have, besides the vitamins, I was also having electrolytes. So for me, what that looked like is I have it in pill form. So I just take my electrolytes when I'm fasting. I take about 2 tablets a day. Some people just do vitamin water with 0 sugar. Some people add electrolytes to their water. Some people add salt to their water. I found that I don't like salty water. I just can't. It just make my fasting experience just not a pleasant one for me. So I ended up just getting the tablets. So I have tablets that have electrolytes. And so that's what I did. That's what worked for me. So drinking water, staying hydrated, just maybe having a Diet Coke, and having my vitamins, having the like those things was mainly what I was doing the first few weeks of alternative fasting. And I think that's why I was able to lose so much weight. Now, the first week, I didn't lose weight for real. Now, not losing weight the first week, I'm not gonna lie, the first week, it felt a little bit discouraging when I was obsessing over the scale. But then I realized, like, I can't be obsessing over the scale with this, because I also was noticing that my face was getting slimmer. And that's when I was like, okay, the scale does not matter right now, because things are happening. I feel it. I feel my body doing things. I also want to note that I made sure to not undereat while doing ADF, because that could be something that's very easy to do. You're fasting for 24 hours or 36 hours, you start eating and then you get full really fast. So I made sure to like have that 12-hour mark to like a day of like being able to eat foods, so I don't have to stuff myself, and also have enough and have what my body needed. And if you're not under eating and you're doing ADF the right way, and you happen to be my height, which is 5'4", you happen to be, or even shorter, you're probably not gonna lose a bunch of weight right away, because your body is naturally going to take its time losing weight. However, you want to lose weight slow, especially when you're shorter. You don't want to wake up 3 days later and lose 10 pounds, because most likely that's all water weight that's going to come right back. So for me, yeah, the first week of ADF, I felt like, you know what, I don't know if this is really for me, because I didn't really lose anything. I didn't lose a pound. I didn't even lose 2 pounds. Like, I just felt like, I don't know, because I was comparing myself to other body types that are not my body type. I don't have an athletic build. And I also was making sure that I was giving myself the amount of calories that my body needed, because I did not want to undereat. I did not want my body to go into starvation mode, even when I was eating, because I don't want to end up having to eat 1,000 calories a day. I don't want to live that life. So when it was time for me to go from fasting to eating after 36 hours, I was having my protein, I had my fats. If I wanted some carbs, I would have some carbs. Like, I was eating, because I don't want to undereat. I don't want to train my body to feel like I need less calories than what I really know I want to eat. So that meant that I had to be okay with this being a slow process. But after 10 weeks of doing ADF, walking for 30 minutes, I lost 15 pounds in 10 weeks. So I went from over 150 pounds to under 140 And in just 10 weeks, that's a lot of weight. If you're looking at it from that perspective, I have lost a lot of weight for somebody that wasn't severely overweight. That is a lot of weight. And that's what I am understanding with weight loss. At this point where I am in my weight loss journey, like, yeah, I have been doing it for years. I've been on this journey for a long time, but at the point that I'm at a point where my body is used to eating cleaner. My body is used to doing certain things. So getting out of a plateau is a great thing, but it's going to be slower. The process now is also going to be slower because I don't have 40 pounds to lose anymore. I am now just working with maybe wanting to lose 15 pounds. Does that make sense? So the less weight you have to lose, the harder it is going to get. The harder it is going to get if you are not trying to eat like 1,200 calories a day. If that's your life, that's what you want to do. If you just want to eat one meal a day, that's fine. It's probably going to work out just fine for you. I don't like that. So for me, I am okay with the journey. Because now I am losing weight at even a slower pace. It's not a pound a week either. Now it's maybe a pound every 2 weeks that I might lose, but I'm okay with that because I know that I am losing weight that I am not going to gain back. So if you have more than 25 pounds to lose, yeah, you're probably gonna lose weight way faster than me. If you happen to have an athletic build, if you happen to be a active person, you like working out, and then you're also doing ADF, girl, you're probably gonna lose so much weight. You're probably gonna do so much better. I'm not really someone that likes to work out a lot. I'm honest with myself now. I might go out on a walk. Sometimes I have my Pilates moments where I want to do Pilates at home, but I'm not a gym girly. I had moments in my life where I was into the gym. Right now, that's not my life. I hope to be back to that. And I am okay where I'm at, which is I walk and I like doing ADF. That's what I like to do. I'm slowly getting away from doing calorie count, but I was calorie counting a lot when I first started doing ADF. My normal, what I would try to eat was about 1,500 calories. It was like 1,560. So like I would try to stay between 1,500 and 1,600 calories when I was eating, especially when I would eat when I would have a dirty fast versus a clean fast. So I would try to stay there. But if I was fasting clean, meaning I didn't have any calories, and then it was time for me to break my fast and time for me to go back to eating, I would try to eat around 1,800 calories to 2,000 calories in one day, because I knew that the day before, for 36 hours, I was not eating anything that had a calorie. So it's okay for me to give my body what it needs, because it needs nutrients, it needs protein. So I was okay with that, but that also slowed down the process because I wanted to do it the right way. And I'm going to continue to stick with fasting with ADF because it's really helping me with my chronic inflammation. I do have chronic inflammation because I have endometriosis. So fasting for me is helping me in many different avenues when it comes to my health. So I'm going to continue doing it. I am not doing it as strict or as much as I used to do it when I started 11 weeks ago. It's not as intense at all, but I'm still doing it because it's working for me. I am going to drop pictures of what I look like now, and I'm also going to put some photos here of what my face was looking like when I first started, because I had inflammation on my face, and now I don't really have inflammation on my face. You could see my bone structure a lot better now. You could see that my stomach is flatter now as well. And that's all because of ADF. That's all because I give my body, my metabolism a break every now and then, weekly, and I let it just rest. I let it restore itself. I let my body go into a fat burning mode, and I let new cells come in and old cells to die off. So The last thing I want to say with this is that the mindset is everything, because when you could see yourself, you don't have to convince anybody else. You just have to show yourself, especially if you're doing this on your own, especially if you are your own community. Congratulations. It's important to see the vision yourself first. So congratulations for getting there. Congrats. And I hope that this finds you with love and kindness. And I hope that you could do that for yourself as well. Just give yourself love and kindness.